Welcome back. Today we are going to learn two functions, how to use CountA and CountIf function in Microsoft Excel. So first we have to tackle CountA function. CountA function is used to count all cells that aren't empty. Think of it as count anything. So first you need to open Microsoft Excel and input your data. So as you can see here in my worksheet, I already have my data. So as you can see here, we have students and their scores. So if we want to find the number of students, we have to use the CountA function to know the number of students listed in here. So it may appear to you that you can directly count the number of students. So as you can see here, there are 10 students. However, if the list is a lot larger than this, then it's better to use a CountA function. So now we begin writing the formula. So we can type the formula in this space or in here. So we type equals CountA, and then we click the range of values that we want to count. So in this case, I want to count the number of students, so I just click their last names. So from B2 up until to B11. So as you see here in the formula. Then finally, we put a closing parenthesis. And then we hit enter. So after we hit enter, we can already see that the computer displayed 10. So which means that we have 10 students listed in this class. Now we move on to the CountIf function. So the CountIf function is used when you only want to check or we want to select the values that we want to count. We actually just count those values that meet our set conditions. So technically, we are just counting cells in a range that meet a single condition. So as you can see here, I want to know the number of students who failed the class. So I just click the cell where I want to display my value, so in here. And then I can type the formula right here or right here. So since we already established that 75 will be our passing grade, then it is obvious that those students who failed the class will obviously have a grade lower than 75. So we can then use this as a condition. So in writing our formula, we type equals CountIf, open parenthesis, and then we choose the set of values. So we can base off if a student passed or failed the class by looking at the average. So I just choose this value. So from I2 up until to I11. And then I put semicolon for separation. And then I write my condition, that is the value must be less than 75. And then I put that in a double quotation marks. And then lastly, I put a closing parenthesis. So note in Microsoft 365, we only use comma instead of semicolon. And then we hit enter. So the moment we hit enter, number 3 showed up here. So which means that we have 3 failures. So we follow the same procedure if we want to know the number of passers. So I click the cell where I want to display my value, so in here, or I can just type in here. So since we already set that 75 will be our passing grade, so it is obvious that those who have average grade more than 74.5 actually pass the class. So we type in the formula equals CountIf, open parentheses, then again we choose the same range of values, that is I2 up until to I11. And then we put a semicolon again for separation. And then I set a new condition, that is the value should be greater than 74.5. And then I put that in double quotation marks. And then to complete my formula, I put an closing parentheses. So again, in Microsoft 365, we use comma instead of semicolon. And then we hit enter. Now we know that we have 7 passers. To recap the CountA and CountIf function, here is a short demo. Please watch. Well done! Try practicing by writing your own formula. Hit the subscribe and like button if this video helped you a lot. See you in the next video.